Imagine becoming one of the biggest music stars in the world, winning Grammy Awards, selling millions of records, and filling stadiums across the globe. Most people would be satisfied with that level of success. Rihanna wasn't. Instead of simply relying on music and endorsements, she quietly built one of the most successful celebrity business empires in modern history. Today, she's worth well over $1 billion. And surprisingly, the majority of that wealth didn't come from singing. It came from business. More specifically, it came from Fenty Beauty, a cosmetics company that completely changed the beauty industry. But how did Rihanna accomplish something that countless other celebrities failed to do? Why did Fenty Beauty become a billion-dollar brand while so many celebrity makeup lines disappeared almost as quickly as they arrived? And what business lessons can entrepreneurs learn from Rihanna's incredible journey? To answer those questions, we need to go back to the beginning. Before Rihanna became a billionaire entrepreneur, she was simply Robin Rihanna Fenty, a young girl growing up in St. Michael, Barbados. Life wasn't always easy. Her family struggled financially, and her childhood included challenges that shaped her resilience. Music became her escape, and at just 16 years old, she was discovered by American record producer Evan Rogers. Shortly afterward, she auditioned for Jay-Z, who had recently become president of Def Jam Recordings. Legend has it that Jay-Z was so impressed by her audition that he refused to let her leave the building until she signed a contract. That decision changed her life forever. Rihanna quickly rose through the music industry with hit songs like Pon de Replay, Umbrella, Only Girl, Diamonds, and countless others. She became one of the best-selling music artists of all time, selling more than 250 million records worldwide. As her fame grew, major brand Campbell it's lined up to work with her. Like many celebrities, Rihanna signed endorsement deals with companies that paid millions of dollars for her image. These partnerships were lucrative, but Rihanna noticed something important. While she was earning millions, the companies she promoted were earning far more. She realized there was a major difference between being the face of a brand and owning the brand itself. That realization would eventually make all the difference. Around the mid-2010s, the beauty industry was booming. Makeup sales were growing rapidly, fueled by social media influencers, YouTube beauty creators, and changing consumer habits. However, despite the industry's massive size, there was a problem that many customers, especially women with darker skin tones, had complained about for years. Most makeup brands simply didn't offer enough foundation shades. If you had very fair skin or very dark skin, finding a matching foundation often became frustrating. Many consumers felt ignored by the biggest cosmetic companies. Rihanna understood this problem personally. As someone who had spent years in professional makeup chairs, she knew firsthand how difficult it could be to find products that truly matched different skin tones. Instead of seeing this as an inconvenience, she saw it as a business opportunity. In 2017, Rihanna partnered with luxury giant LVMH, the company behind brands like Louis Vuitton, Dior, Sephora, and Givenchy, to launch Fenty Beauty. This partnership was significant because Rihanna wasn't simply licensing her name to an existing makeup company. She played an active role in product development, branding, marketing, packaging, and overall creative direction. The company reflected her vision rather than simply using her celebrity status. On launch day, Fenty Beauty immediately stood out from competitors for one reason that became impossible to ignore. Instead of releasing the typical range of 15 or 20 foundation shades, Fenty Beauty launched with an unprecedented 40 different shades. This may not sound revolutionary today, but in 2017, it completely changed industry expectations. Customers of all skin tones finally saw themselves represented equally. Social media exploded with praise as beauty influencers, makeup artists, and everyday consumers shared videos celebrating the brand's inclusivity. Within weeks, products were selling out around the world. Some shades became almost impossible to find because demand far exceeded supply. Industry experts quickly realized that Rihanna had identified an enormous gap in the market that other companies had overlooked for decades. This phenomenon became known as the Fenty Effect. Almost overnight, competing cosmetic brands began expanding their own shade ranges. Companies that had ignored inclusivity for years suddenly rushed to release more foundation colors because consumers now expected better representation. Fenty Beauty didn't just become successful, it forced an entire industry to change. Financially, the results were extraordinary. In its first few weeks, Fenty Beauty reportedly generated more than $100 million in sales. By the end of its first full year, estimates suggested revenue had surpassed $500 million. Few celebrity beauty brands had ever experienced growth at that scale. One reason for this success was Rihanna's understanding of authenticity. Unlike many celebrity brands where the founder appears only in advertisements, Rihanna genuinely used the products herself. She participated in tutorials, product demonstrations, campaign shoots, and development discussions. Customers believed she actually cared about the quality of the products rather than simply collecting royalty checks. Another major reason behind Fenty Beauty's success was its distribution strategy. Rather than opening expensive standalone stores, Rihanna partnered with Sephora, one of the world's largest beauty retailers. This instantly placed Fenty Beauty in thousands of retail locations, while also making products available online across multiple countries. Customers could easily discover the brand while shopping for other cosmetics, dramatically increasing visibility. Marketing also played a huge role. Traditional beauty advertising often relied on unrealistic perfection and heavily edited images. Fenty Beauty embraced diversity by featuring models of different races, skin tones, body types, and backgrounds. Instead of promoting one narrow definition of beauty, the brand celebrated individuality. Consumers felt represented, and that emotional connection created remarkable customer loyalty. Rihanna also understood the power of social media. Rather than relying solely on expensive television commercials, Fenty Beauty encouraged influencers and customers to create their own content. Makeup tutorials, reviews, before and after videos, and product recommendations spread rapidly across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. This user-generated content provided authentic marketing that traditional advertising simply couldn't match. As Fenty Beauty continued expanding, the product line grew beyond foundation. The company introduced concealers, highlighters, lipsticks, eyeshadows, skincare products, fragrances, and numerous limited edition collections. Each launch generated excitement because consumers had come to trust the brand's quality and innovation. Rihanna carefully balanced exclusivity with accessibility. While the products maintained a premium image, they remained affordable enough for a broad audience, helping maximize sales without sacrificing brand prestige. But Rihanna wasn't finished building her empire. In 2018, she launched Savage X Fenty, a lingerie company designed to challenge traditional standards in the fashion industry. Once again, inclusivity became a central theme. The brand featured models of different sizes, ethnicities, ages, and backgrounds while offering products across an unusually wide range of sizes. Annual Savage X Fenty fashion shows became cultural events, blending music, dance, fashion, and entertainment in ways that differed dramatically from traditional runway presentations. Consumers appreciated seeing realistic representation rather than unattainable beauty standards. The company grew rapidly, attracting significant investment and reaching valuations exceeding $1 billion. Rihanna had successfully repeated many of the same principles that made Fenty Beauty successful: inclusivity, authenticity, strong branding, and direct consumer engagement. Another important aspect of Rihanna's business strategy was choosing the right partners. LVMH brought decades of experience in luxury retail, manufacturing, global distribution, and product development. Rather than trying to build every aspect of the business herself, Rihanna partnered with experts while maintaining creative control over the brand's identity. This allowed Fenty Beauty to scale much faster than many celebrity startups. Timing also played an important role. By launching during the rise of influencer culture and social media commerce, Rihanna benefited from changing consumer behavior. Customers increasingly trusted recommendations from creators and online communities instead of traditional advertising. Fenty Beauty's inclusive message spread organically because people genuinely wanted to share their experiences. As sales continued growing, Rihanna's personal fortune increased dramatically. In 2021, Forbes officially declared her a billionaire. Surprisingly, the majority of her wealth came not from music but from Fenty Beauty, where she retained a significant ownership stake. This highlighted one of the biggest financial lessons in modern business. Ownership often creates far more wealth than salary or endorsement income. Rihanna didn't simply earn money promoting products. She owned part of the company creating them. Every increase in the company's value directly increased her own wealth. Of course, not every business venture succeeded equally. In 2019, Rihanna launched Fenty, a luxury fashion label under LVMH. Despite enormous media attention, the fashion house struggled to achieve the same commercial success as Fenty Beauty and eventually paused operations. Rather than viewing this as failure, many business experts saw it as an example of smart decision-making. Instead of pouring endless money into an underperforming venture, resources shifted toward businesses demonstrating stronger long term potential. Even the world's most successful entrepreneurs experience setbacks. The key is recognizing which opportunities deserve continued investment and which do not. Rihanna's willingness to adapt showed mature business judgment. Another reason Rihanna's empire succeeded was her understanding of brand identity. Every product, advertisement, collaboration, and campaign reinforced consistent values: inclusivity, confidence, individuality, and authenticity. Customers weren't simply buying makeup or lingerie. They were buying into a philosophy that made them feel seen and represented. That emotional connection proved incredibly valuable because emotional brands often outperform purely functional ones. Rihanna also understood that celebrity alone isn't enough. Every year, dozens of celebrities launch clothing lines, fragrances, skincare products, beverages, or cosmetic brands. Many disappear within a few years because consumers eventually recognize when a product lacks substance. Fenty Beauty survived because it solved the genuine customer problem. Inclusivity wasn't just a marketing slogan, it was built into the product itself. The quality consistently matched the branding. That combination created lasting trust. Today, Fenty Beauty remains one of the most influential beauty brands in the world. Its success permanently changed industry standards, forcing competitors to rethink product development, marketing, and representation. What began as one celebrity's vision became a global movement that reshaped consumer expectations. Rihanna's journey offers several valuable lessons for entrepreneurs. First, identify real problems that customers face rather than creating products simply because you have a famous name. Second, build authentic brands around meaningful values instead of temporary trends. Third, focus on ownership rather than endorsements whenever possible. And finally, choose experienced partners who complement your strengths rather than trying to do everything yourself. Rihanna's transformation from global pop star to billionaire entrepreneur wasn't based on luck alone. It resulted from recognizing an overlooked opportunity, understanding her audience, building products people genuinely wanted, and maintaining authenticity throughout the process. She didn't just launch another celebrity makeup line. She built a company that challenged an entire industry, changed how beauty brands approached inclusivity, and proved that solving customer problems can be far more valuable than simply leveraging fame. Today, Rihanna's business empire continues to grow, and her story serves as one of the strongest examples of how celebrity, when combined with genuine innovation, smart partnerships, and long-term thinking, can create lasting success far beyond the entertainment industry.